Wow, there's a surprise. 6-3, Green Bay over Tampa Bay. And there's the Raiders playing to their competition again. Every time they play a good team, they play well. And when they play a bad team, they play poorly.
Atlanta with a 3-point lead over Cleveland. Cincinnati trying to get their first win of the year. On first down. Brister takes off. And takes on the linebacker, Banks.
Heck, that was linebacker on linebacker. Looks like he hurt himself a little bit. You don't make a living out of running into 255-pound linebackers. Now, Jim Plunkett told me a long time ago that there's a lot of good old throwing quarterbacks, but there aren't any good old running quarterbacks.
Well, Brister, that was just a little show of macho there. And what he picked up a little RFK turf for his efforts that's still stuck in his helmet. He's only got 5 seconds now to get the play out. He's got a man. Williams holds on at the 30-yard line.
Calvin Williams in the slot comes down in the zone, finds the open hole, and comes down with a catch. Nicely thrown ball by Bubby Brister after being shaken up. Watch him settle down in the zone. Look at that. Oh, he almost dropped that ball as Copeland came up and drilled him.
Good job. You can see Brister holding his wrist, and you saw him on the sideline after the hit ask for a football. He wanted to flex his hand on the ball before he came out for that last play because he had hurt his wrist in the collision with Banks. And the Eagles take a timeout with 2:26 to go. Ken O'Brien warming up on the sideline, but knowing Bubby Brister, as Kotites does as well, of course, there's no way he's going to take himself out. Here's where he tried to take on Carl Banks.
That amazes me. Why would you run into a 255-pound linebacker?
Well, because you're Bubby Brister from Northeast Louisiana.
Well, it's not his throwing wrist, so that's good.
First down, Eagles, 30-yard line. Brister throws it out of bounds. Bavaro there on the sidelines, but he was just unloading. Second and 10. Eagles down by 4, 2:20 on the clock.
Tim, I got to tell you, Kurt Gavea, the middle linebacker, we're talking about the field right here. They're going to try to send this all the way down, and they're trying to isolate Herschel Walker on the linebacker. Watch Kurt Gavea right there. See that? That could not have been played any better. A beautiful job by Kurt Gavea.
4 wide receivers, Young and Lofton in. Brister gets time, and he hits Calvin Williams to the 20-yard line. First down, Philadelphia.
Well, all game long, we didn't call Calvin Williams' number at all. Now, when you have to have him, he's the Art Monk of this Eagle team. They go to him. With a 2-minute warning, Washington ahead, 14-10.
To go, 14-10 Washington. The first time these teams met, Randall Cunningham was the Eagles quarterback, and this was at the end of the game. Cunningham looking to the end zone finds Calvin Williams for the winning score, 34-31. And now it's Bubby Brister in relief of Randall Cunningham, who's gone for the season with a knee injury. Brister at the 20-yard line, first down. Hebron to the 2-yard line, the rookie from Virginia Tech.
What a great run by Vaughn Hebron. Now this is why they love Vaughn Hebron. Now watch, there's no quit this guy. They give him the ball, he's going outside on the trap, run underneath. Now there's one missed tackle by Gavea, runs right through 2 of them there. Banks and Green, keeps his feet moving, only to be stopped by Collins down on the 3-yard line.
42 yards for the rookie on 9 carries today. He has the Eagles touchdown. Hebron again. Stopped. No gain. Brad Edwards coming up from safety. 1:09 to play. Sterling Palmer gets in on it. 14-10, Redskin lead. Eagles with 2 timeouts.
One now, Tim. They just took a timeout. Yep.
1:09 on the clock. And again, the intensity here in this fourth quarter, relying the fact that you've got a 2-8 team against a 4-6 team. We heard Andre Waters and others on the Eagles say, hey, we could win 6 in a row and be back in this. The way all the other teams around the league are fading, we're not out of it. For the Redskins, realistically, from 2-8, they're looking to next year. But again, the pride of championship players that are still on the roster of this Redskins team, they're playing as hard as though this means the NFC title. Tampa Bay in front of Green Bay. And Cincinnati clinging to their lead over the Raiders. There's Andre Waters, the guy we've been talking about. You can see he's still so pumped up here. 2nd and goal from the 2. Hepburn again he's stuffed and thrown back.
And Tim, a nice job by Todd Bowles of making sure they're not going to come around. After Hepburn hits it up front, there's a possibility that he can bounce it back outside. Bowles comes up from the outside and makes sure that he doesn't go anywhere.
4-point differential. Eagles need a touchdown. 51 seconds left.
Now, isn't this just right that this game should come down to goal line defense, goal line offense? Watch the hit. First you stuff Walker in the hole. Beautiful job right there by Carl Banks. So Banks makes the play. Bowles and Johnson make the tackle. Good goal line defense.
The ball rests just inside the 3-yard line. 51 seconds to play. 3rd and goal.
And it's obvious this is 4 down, so you got 2 more downs. You got to take your shot one of these times using Bubby Brister's legs, which has been effective for him all game long. Give him some time to stretch the defense, roll him out, and allow the receivers to crossing route, which is one of the toughest patterns to cover, and see what happens.
Richie Kotite making the calls today, taking that over from Zeke Bratkowski, coming into this game after the failures of a week ago against the Giants. 2 tight ends, Bavaro and Johnson. Walker and Hepburn are in the backfield. James Joseph on the wing. Play action. Touchdown, James Joseph. James Joseph coming off the wing. Comes up with a go-ahead point.
Very nice call by Richie Kotite. Comes out and goes to that 3 tight end set. Then they flood the zone, which he knows he's going to get down there to try to shrink that field. And finds Joseph, the last man in that trail position, 6 points.
46 seconds still left to play. Matt Barr for the point after. It is good. (17-14), the Eagles back on top.
Tim, watch, they go in motion. They have the 3 tight end offense. Now they're going to flood this zone. You're going to get everybody over there. You can have more receivers than you can cover. And he just trails through. Good blocking right there. And Joseph gets in.
Well, 2 backup guys having themselves fine afternoons. As the game has gone on, each of them has gotten better. Brister and Gannon. First NFL touchdown for Joseph. And a big one that has his team in front. 17-14. 75 yards and 12 plays for the Eagles. Redskins, remember, have no timeouts remaining. 46 seconds to play. Gannon will take over following the kickoff. 19 of 29, 275 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. And the Redskins looking for a big play on the kickoff return. Desmond Howard and Brian Mitchell will be the deep men. Last time the Eagles beat the Washington both times.